they reach out?
Because it won't make the sound. You guys all need to go take a look at this. Gil, who started off here in Collins, actually had my job before he left to go to, at that time I think it was Western Timber Association. They changed the name to California Forestry Association. But he worked under a guy who was the president there, a guy by the name of Bill Dennison.
Oh, the same Bill Dennison?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
Bill
He has quite a
Dennison was
history.
the president of CFA. And no, not when it happened. He retired, and this is really an interesting story. I don't know if you ever heard Bill tell this, because Bill wasn't quite retirement age yet. His family was up here. His daughter and son-in-law were up here. In fact, his son-in-law was had a logging site that was working on us. Luke Culver, Luke and Robin, and his grandkids were up here. He went to Pat one day and said, you know, I think it's time for us to hang it up. And they were very involved in their church. Pat was secretary at the church and had their friends and everything down there. And she said, well, why? And he said, you know, I'm not sure. He said, I just have a feeling it's time to get out of here. And he said, I don't know, but I'm guessing that within a year we'll have figured out why we were supposed to leave. This package gets delivered to the CFA office, delivered to Bill Dennison, president of the CFA.
Yeah.
It was addressed to Bill. Gil felt the thing and said, well, this thing weighs a ton. He said, it's going to cost a fortune to forward it up to Chester. Let's open it and see if it's intended for the person or the position. And the story I heard was the secretary who had brought it in said, you know, what do you want to do with this? And Gil said, well, let's open it up. And she said, well, be careful, that thing's heavy enough to be a bomb.
Oh,
Walked down the hall and heard this explosion. That happened 364 days after Bill and Pat left and moved to Chester.
Yeah, he was just a little bit behind.
Of course, Kaczynski was such a freak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But and of course he didn't know.
Yeah.
He
It was
found,
anti-logging.
he found some directory that had the
Absolutely,
president.
Bill
That's who he
Dennison.
sent
That's the high guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So sad.
So it was. I mean, you know, his wife, Gil, had 2 boys that were in high school when that happened. So anyway, this is Gil's Rock.